Just got up. It's a little bit after 5 a.m. I'm going to get ready to go to the hospital where I will be for the next 24 hours or so as the chief resident covering trauma surgery day. We have a tradition that the chief resident coming in for a 24-hour shift usually picks up coffee for the team coming off of a 24-hour shift from the night before. So this is one of the on-call rooms that the surgery residents have in the hospital. This call room is just for the trauma surgery chief resident. So that is me this month. We have all these lockers from other people who are passing through. We hand down all kinds of old textbooks. I don't even know why we have organic chemistry here, but we have a bunch of older surgical books. We've got this actually really cool surgical textbook on surgery with considerations for like the military trauma population. Usually in trauma we don't really get to sleep that much, but sometimes you get like a couple minutes during your 24-hour shift to just like put your feet up and just catch your breath for a few minutes. I always start off my day when I'm on trauma call with like a million pens in my pocket because I always end up losing pens throughout the day, so there's always that. Let's see, I got field notes. I am not being paid to sponsor them, but I love these notebooks because they're really tiny. I can just wear them in my pocket, take notes on new traumas as they're coming through and kind of keep track of everything. And let's see, two things that every trauma surgery resident always keeps in their pocket. One is a 14 gauge IV in case someone comes in with a pneumothorax and you have to decompress their chest. The quickest way to do it is you stick the IV in the second intercostal space and then you can put a chest tube in within the next couple minutes, and always walk around with an 11 blade scalpel. Again, in case you're in an emergency situation and you have to place a surgical airway as a crike, you always want to be able to have this handy. So always walk around with it in my pocket already. Good morning. So that was the start of my day. Now, the way the rest of the day works is that in the morning, between the hours of 6 and 7 a.m., the whole team sees each of the patients and examines them and then comes back together. Then we meet with all the attending surgeons and go over the plans and discuss them. And then the attending surgeon who is on call for the day rounds with the chief resident and the rest of the team and re-examines all of the patients together. And we make sure that plans are being carried out and that we haven't missed anything and that nothing new has developed in the meantime. And then during that period of time, any new traumas that are coming into the hospital that come to the ER get paged out to the hospital and activated as a trauma. And that means that our team gets alerted, we rush down to the emergency room, and we take care of the trauma however we need. So that may mean sending the patient to CAT scan to find out what injuries they have, or if the patient is really unstable and needs to be rushed to the operating room, immediately we do that. And sometimes in the most extreme scenarios, the patient is without a pulse and we have to do procedures in the emergency room to try to get the pulse back. Everything from doing chest compressions to as extreme as making an incision, opening the chest, and doing what we call open cardiac massage and cross-clamping the aorta. That is something that's called a ED thoracotomy, or an emergency room thoracotomy. So guys, here's the challenge. I want to show you as much as I can about what life is like as a surgery resident, but I obviously can't videotape everything that I'm doing in the hospital. So I have some creative ideas about things to show and ways that I can kind of communicate what we do. But if you have any ideas or if you have any questions about things that you'd like to see, I'd love to hear in the comments section below. So that's it for now, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.